Hello my friends. Welcome back to English Pulse. Today I want to talk about something truly essential. We're going to learn how to talk in English step by step. A great many folks think that speaking English is challenging. They believe they need to know thousands of words before they can speak. They wait for the perfect time to begin, but that perfect time never comes. The truth is very different. You don't need perfect English to begin talking. You only need the courage to begin with little steps. Every fluent English speaker was once a beginner. Every person who speaks confidently today once made many mistakes. The difference is that they never stopped practicing. Today I want to show you that learning to speak English is like learning to walk. A baby doesn't run on the first day. First the baby learns to sit. Then the baby learns to crawl. After that the baby takes one little step. Gradually the baby becomes powerfuler and begins walking with confidence. English is exactly the same. You learn one word, then one sentence, then one conversation. Little by little, your confidence grows. Let me tell you a simple story. A young man named Ali wanted to speak English. Every day he watched English videos on the internet. He enjoyed listening but he never spoke. He was afraid of making mistakes. One day he met an old teacher. The teacher smiled and asked, "Why don't you speak?" Ali replied, "My English isn't great." The teacher laughed kindly and said, "How will your English become good if you never use it?" Those words changed Ali's life. The next morning, he stood in front of a mirror and said, great morning, my name is Ali. I am delighted today." These were only several simple sentences, but they were the beginning of his journey. Each and every day he added one more sentence. After 1 month, he could talk about his family. After 2 months, he could describe his daily routine. After 6 months, he was having simple conversations with other learners. He didn't become fluent overnight. He improved because he practiced every single day. Now think about yourself. Maybe you know many English words but you still feel nervous when you try to speak. That's completely normal. Speaking is a skill and every skill becomes improved with practice. Imagine someone learning to ride a bicycle. The first ride is never perfect. Sometimes they lose balance. Sometimes they fall. But every time they get back on the bicycle, they become improved. Speaking English works the same way. Every sentence you speak makes you powerfuler. Every mistake teaches you something new. So never be afraid of mistakes. Instead, welcome them because they are part of your learning journey. The first step is very simple. Learn short sentences that you can use each and every day. Say things like, I am ready. I am ready. I am learning English. I like reading books. Today is a lovely day. Repeat these sentences many times until they feel natural. Don't only read them silently. Say them out loud. Your mouth needs practice just as much as your brain. The more you move your mouth, the easier speaking becomes. At first, you may sound gradual. That's okay. Speak gradually and clearly. Speed will come later. Confidence grows one little step at a time. Another assistful habits to speak about your daily life. When you wake up, say, I am waking up. While making breakfast, say I am making breakfast. When you leave your house, say I am going to work or I am going to school. These simple sentences connect English with your real life. Soon your brain will begin thinking in English without translating every word. This is a powerful habit that many successful learners use each and every day. Listening is also truly essential. Listen to simple English stories each and every day. Don't worry if you do not understand every word. Just keep listening. Your ears will gradually become familiar with English sounds. After listening, repeat what you hear. Try to copy the speaker's pronunciation and rhythm. This is called shadowing. It assists your speaking become more natural. Even 10 minutes of listening and repeating each and every day can make a large difference after several weeks. Reading is another excellent way to improve. Choose simple stories written for beginners. As you read, say the words aloud. Reading aloud improves your pronunciation and builds confidence. If you find a new word, don't stop for too long. Understand the meaning and continue reading. The goal is to enjoy the story while learning naturally. Here's you something valuable. Always remember that consistency is more significant than studying for many hours once a week. Vubodic 20 minutes each and every day is improved than 3 hours only on Sunday. Little daily practice creates large results over time. Think of planting a tree. You water it a bit each and every day. You don't pour hundreds of buckets of water on one day and then ignore it for a month. Your English grows in the same way. Daily care brings steady progress. Finally, believe in yourself. Don't compare yourself with other learners. Everyone has a different journey. Focus on becoming improved than you were yesterday. Celebrate every new word you learn, every sentence you speak, and every conversation you complete. These little victories will build your confidence. One day you will look back and realize how far you have come. English talking isn't about being perfect, it's about taking one little step each and every day and never giving up. Your journey begins today, and every step you take brings you closer to speaking English with confidence. Chapter 2. Build confidence through daily speaking. We will talk about another significant part of learning English. We will learn how to build confidence through daily speaking. Many learners know grammar. They know vocabulary. They understand English when they read or listen. But when someone asks them to speak, they become silent. Their mind becomes empty. Their heart beats quicker. They feel afraid of making mistakes. If this happens to you, don't worry, you're not alone. Almost every English learner feels this way at the beginning. The great news is that confidence isn't something you're born with. Confidence is something you build little by little through daily practice. Let me tell you another story. There was a young woman named Sarah. She loved learning English. Every evening she watched English lessons and wrote new words in her notebook. After 1 year she knew hundreds of English words. However, she still couldn't speak. Whenever she wanted to say something, she stopped because she was afraid that people would laugh at her. One day, she decided to change her habit. Every morning she stood in front of a mirror for 10 minutes. She smiled and greeted herself. She said, "Great morning. Today is a marvelous day. I feel delighted. I am learning English each and every day." At first, it felt strange. She laughed at herself many times, but she didn't stop. After several weeks, speaking became easier. She no longer felt nervous because she had practiced each and every day. The mirror became her first speaking partner, and that simple habit changed her confidence forever. You can do the same thing. Stand in front of a mirror each and every day. Look at your face and speak clearly. Tell yourself your name. Talk about your family. Describe your room. Describe the weather. Talk about your plans for the day. It doesn't matter if your sentences are short. The significant thing is that you're speaking. When you hear your own voice each and every day, speaking English begins to feel natural. Your mouth becomes powerfuler. Your pronunciation becomes clearer. Your confidence grows one sentence at a time. Another great habit's talking to yourself during the day. Some people think this is funny, but it's one of the best ways to practice English. When you're cooking, describe what you are doing. Say, "I am cutting vegetables. I am making tea. The food smells great." When you're walking outside, describe what you see. You can say, "The sky is blue. The road is busy. I can see a great many folks." These simple conversations assist your brain connect English with real life gradually. You stop translating from your first language because English becomes part of your daily thinking. Remember that speaking doesn't have to be perfect. Many learners wait until they know everything before they speak. That day never comes because no one knows everything. Even native English speakers learn new words throughout their lives. The goal is communication, not perfection. If people understand your message, you're already succeeding. A little mistake doesn't stop communication. In fact, mistakes assist you improve because they show you what to practice next. One assistful exercise is repeating the same sentences each and every day. Repetition may sound boring, but it's very powerful. Imagine learning to play a musical instrument. You practice the same notes again and again until your fingers move naturally. Speaking English is the same. Repeat useful sentences every morning and every evening. Say, "How are you? I am doing well. Can you assist me? What time is it? I like reading books. I want to improve my English." After repeating these sentences many times, they become automatic. You no longer need to think before speaking them. Listening and speaking should always work together. After listening to a short English story, pause the audio and repeat every sentence. Try to copy the speaker's pronunciation, speed, and expression. Don't worry if you can't sound exactly the same. Just do your best. Every repetition improves your speaking muscles. This method trains your ears and your mouth at the same time. Many successful English learners use this simple technique each and every day. Don't forget to celebrate little improvements. Maybe today you spoke for 1 minute without stopping. That's progress. Maybe you learned 5 new words and used them in sentences. That's progress. 2. Every little success is a step toward fluency. Never ignore these victories. They remind you that your hard work is paying off. There will also be challenging days. Sometimes you will forget words. Sometimes your pronunciation won't sound right. Sometimes you may feel that you're not improving. During those moments, remember why you began. Think about your dream. Maybe you want an improved job. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to study in another country or talk to people from around the world. Keep your dream in your heart because it will give you strength to continue practicing. Another significant habit's recording your voice. Use your phone and speak for 1 or 2 minutes each and every day. Talk about your daily routine, your hobbies, or your favorite food. Then listen to the recording. At first, you may not like your voice, and that's normal. Everyone feels that way. But keep listening. You want to see your pronunciation improving week after week. You will hear yourself becoming more confident. These recordings become proof of your progress and they will motivate you to continue. Finally, always remember that confidence grows through action. You can't become confident by only reading books or watching videos. You become confident by speaking every single day. Speak when you feel ready. Speak when you don't feel ready. Every sentence makes you powerfuler. Every conversation teaches you something valuable. Keep practicing with patience and a positive attitude. One day you will speak English without fear because your daily practice has turned confidence into a habit. Keep moving forward one step at a time and your English will continue to grow every single day. Chapter 3. Learn to think in English. We will learn how to think in English. Many English learners have the same problem. They first think in their own language. Then they translate every word into English. This takes time. It also makes speaking gradual and challenging. Sometimes the right English words don't come to your mind because you're busy translating. If you want to speak English naturally, you must train your brain to think directly in English. Don't worry if this sounds challenging. Every learner begins the same way. You can learn this skill step by step with daily practice. Let me tell you a simple story. A boy named Ahmed wanted to speak English fluently. He studied grammar each and every day. He memorized many words. He watched English videos every evening. But when someone asked him a simple question like "How are you today?" he paused for several seconds. He first translated the question into his own language. Then he prepared the answer. Finally he spoke. His teacher noticed this habit and gave him simple advice. The teacher said, "Stop translating every word, begin thinking in English from the moment you wake up." Ahmed was surprised because he didn't know how to do that. His teacher smiled and said, "Begin with simple things." The next morning, Ahmed opened his eyes and looked around his room. Instead of thinking in his own language, he said quietly, "Great morning, it's a sunny day. I am awake. I feel delighted." When he brushed his teeth, he thought, "I am brushing my teeth." While drinking tea, he thought, "This tea is hot. It tastes great." At first, he could only think in very short sentences. Sometimes he forgot the English words. When that happened, he learned the new word and continued. After several weeks, something astonishing happened. He no longer needed to translate everything. His brain began using English naturally. Speaking became easier because his thoughts were already in English. You can follow the same method. Begin with the things you see each and every day. Look at a chair and say, "This is a chair." Look at a window and say, "The window is open." Look outside and say, "The sky is blue." These are simple sentences, but they teach your brain to connect objects directly with English words. Little by little, your mind becomes comfortable using English without translation. Another assistful habit's describing your actions. While you're walking, think "I am walking to the store." While you're eating, think "This food is delicious." While you're cleaning your room, think "I am cleaning my desk." These short thoughts may seem little, but they are powerful. Every sentence trains your brain to stay in English. After many days of practice, these thoughts become automatic. Don't worry if you forget some words, that's normal. Every learner forgets words sometimes. When you can't remember a word, don't stop thinking. Use easier words that you already know. For example, if you forget the word refrigerator, you can think "The food is in the cold box." Later you can learn the correct word. See, the significant thing is to keep thinking in English instead of changing back to your first language. Reading also assists you think in English. Choose simple English books or short stories. As you read, imagine the story in your mind. Try not to translate every sentence. Instead, picture the people, places, and actions. If the story says, the little girl is running in the park, imagine the girl running. This creates a direct connection between English and your imagination. Over time, your brain understands English naturally without translating. Listening is another excellent exercise. Listen to simple English conversations and pay attention to the words and expressions. After listening, close your eyes and repeat what you heard. Then imagine yourself using those same sentences in real life. If you hear someone say, "I am going to the market," imagine yourself walking to the market and saying those words. This makes English part of your everyday thinking. Another useful activity is asking yourself simple questions in English. For example, ask "What am I doing now?" Then answer "I am studying English." Ask "What will I eat for dinner?" Then answer "I will eat rice and vegetables." Ask "What is my goal?" Then answer, "My goal is to speak English confidently." This simple habit creates little conversations inside your mind. These conversations prepare you for real conversations with other people. Remember that thinking in English doesn't happen overnight. It grows gradually through regular practice. Some days it will feel simple. Other days you may return to translating. That's completely normal. Don't become discouraged. Every time you practice, your brain becomes powerfuler. Just like exercising your body builds powerfuler muscles, exercising your brain builds powerfuler English skills. One significant thing is to enjoy the process. Don't treat thinking in English like a challenging test. Turn it into a fun game. Look around your room and name everything in English. Describe your favorite food. Talk about your hobbies inside your mind. Imagine speaking to questions in English. These little games make learning enjoyable and assist you practice without pressure. Always remember that every fluent English speaker once had to train their brain in the same way. Nobody begins by thinking perfect. They improve one thought at a time, one sentence at a time, and one day at a time. You can do the same. Trust the process. Keep practicing every morning, every afternoon, and every evening. Gradually you will notice that English words come to your mind more quickly. You will spend less time translating and more time speaking naturally. As you continue your English journey, make thinking in English a daily habit. Speak to yourself. Describe your surroundings. Read simple stories. Listen carefully. Ask yourself questions. Answer them in English. Every little practice session brings you closer to your dream. One day you will realize that you're no longer translating, you're simply thinking, understanding, and speaking in English with confidence. That's the moment when your English truly begins to grow. One step at a time. Chapter 4. Build powerful English habits each and every day. We have already learned how to begin speaking and how to think in English. Now it's time to build powerful daily habits. Success in English doesn't come from studying for one whole day and then stopping for a week. Success comes from doing little things every single day. Daily habits are like little drops of water. One drop may not seem significant, but many drops can fill a bucket. In the same way, 5, 10, or 20 minutes of English practice each and every day can completely change your speaking ability. You don't need to study for many hours. You only need to stay consistent. When you practice each and every day, your English becomes powerfuler without you even noticing. Let me tell you a simple story. There was a student named Hassan. He wanted to speak English fluently. In the beginning, he was very excited. On Monday, he studied for 3 hours. On Tuesday, he was tired and didn't think. On Wednesday, he watched one English video. Then he stopped studying for 5 days. Every week was the same. He worked hard for 1 day and then took many long breaks. After several months, he realized that his English had not improved very much. One day, his teacher asked him a simple question. "Can you give me just 20 minutes each and every day?" Hassan smiled and said, "Yes, I can." His teacher replied, "Then your English will improve." The next day, Hassan created a simple daily routine. Every morning he listened to an English story for 5 minutes. After that he repeated the sentences aloud for another 5 minutes. In the evening he read 1 page from a simple English book. Before going to bed, he spoke about his day in English for 5 minutes. His total practice time was only 20 minutes, but he followed this routine every single day. After 1 month, he noticed that he understood more English. After 3 months, he was speaking with much greater confidence. He didn't improve because he studied for many hours. He improved because he practiced each and every day without missing his routine. You can create your own English routine, too. It doesn't have to be challenging. Begin your day by saying several English sentences. Greet yourself with a smile. Say, "Great morning. Today will be a great day. I am ready to learn English." These simple sentences assist your brain enter English mode. They also build confidence because you begin every morning with speaking practice. Next, spend several minutes listening to simple English. Choose stories, conversations, or short lessons that you can understand. Don't worry about understanding every word. Focus on listening carefully. Listen to the same lesson several times if necessary. Every time you listen again, your understanding becomes improved. Repetition is one of the most powerful ways to improve your English. After listening, repeat what you hear. This practice is called shadowing. Listen to one sentence, pause the audio, and repeat it. Try to copy the speaker's pronunciation, speed, and expression. At first, your pronunciation may not sound perfect, but that's completely normal. Keep repeating each and every day. Gradually, your speech will become smoother and more natural. Reading should also become part of your daily habit. Choose simple English books or short stories that match your level. Read gradually and clearly. If you find a new word, try to understand it from the sentence before using a dictionary. This assists you become an improved reader and thinker. Reading each and every day also teaches you how English sentences are naturally formed. The more you read, the easier speaking becomes because your brain learns sentence patterns automatically. Writing is another habit that many learners forget, but it's very useful. Keep a little notebook just for English. Every evening write 5 or 6 simple sentences about your day. You can write, "Today I went to work. I met my friend. We drank tea together. The weather was pleasant. I studied English for 20 minutes. These sentences may look simple, but they strengthen your vocabulary and grammar. Lakma. After several months, look back at your old writing. You will be surprised by how much you have improved. Speaking each and every day is the most significant habit of all. Speak even if nobody is with you. Talk while you cook. Talk while you clean your room. Describe what you're doing. Ask yourself questions and answer them. Imagine you're talking to a friend. The more you speak, the more comfortable English becomes. Remember, fluency is built through speaking, not through silent. Sometimes you may feel tired or busy. On those days, don't stop completely. Even 5 minutes of practice is improved than doing nothing. Listen to one short lesson while walking. Read one page before sleeping. Speak for 2 minutes in front of the mirror. Little practice sessions keep your learning habit alive. Missing one day isn't the end, but missing many days makes it challenging to continue. Protect your daily habit because it's the key to long-term success. Another great habit's reviewing what you have already learned. Every weekend, go back and read your notes. Repeat old vocabulary. Listen to stories you have already heard. Read your old journal entries. Review assists move information from short-term memory to long-term memory. Without review, many words are forgotten. With review, they become part of your everyday English. Always stay patient with yourself. Some days you will feel that you're learning quickly. Other days you may feel gradual. That's completely normal. Learning isn't always quick, but each and every day of practice moves you forward. Don't compare yourself with other learners. Compare yourself only with the person you were yesterday. If you know one more word today than yesterday, you are making progress. If you can speak one more sentence today than last week, you're moving toward your goal. Finally, remember that your habits create your future. Every English sentence you read, every new word you learn, every story you listen to, and every conversation you practice is building your future confidence. One little habit may not seem significant today, but after weeks and months, those small habits become astonishing results. Keep practicing every single day with patience, determination, and a smile. Step by step, your English will become powerfuler, your confidence will grow, and speaking English will become a natural part of your daily life. Chapter 5. Learn by having real conversations. Many English learners spend months reading books, memorizing grammar, and learning vocabulary, but they still hesitate when someone speaks to them in English. They understand many words, but they don't know how to answer quickly. This happens because speaking is a skill that becomes powerfuler through conversations. The more conversations you have, the more confident and natural your English becomes. You don't need perfect grammar to have a conversation. You only need the courage to knit. To begin, let me tell you a simple story. There was a student named Balal. He studied English each and every day. He watched lessons, listened to podcasts, and learned hundreds of new words. However, he had one problem. He never spoke to anyone in English. One afternoon, he met a tourist who asked him for directions. Balal understood the question, but he became nervous. He forgot many simple words that he had learned. After the tourist left, Bal felt disappointed. He realized that learning words wasn't enough. He needed to practice using them. That evening he decided to change his learning method. Each and every day he practiced short conversations with himself. He imagined different situations and answered simple questions. Later he joined an online speaking group where beginners practiced together. At first he spoke very gradually. Sometimes he made mistakes. Sometimes he forgot words. But everyone encouraged each other. Week after week his confidence grew. After several months speaking English became a normal part of his life. Can do the same thing. Begin with simple conversations. Imagine someone asking, "What is your name?" Answer clearly, "My name is Ahmed." Imagine someone asking, "Where do you live?" Answer, "I live in a lovely city." Practice these conversations each and every day. Repeat them until they become simple. Then learn new questions and answers. Gradually your conversations will become longer and more natural. Another great idea is to ask yourself questions throughout the day. Ask, "What am I doing?" Then answer, "I am studying English." Ask, "What did I eat today?" Then answer, "I ate rice and vegetables." Ask, "What will I do tomorrow?" Then answer, "Tomorrow I will visit my friend." These little conversations train your brain to answer quickly. They prepare you for real conversations with other people. If you have a friend who is learning English, practice together. You don't have to speak perfectly. Your goal is simply to communicate. Choose a simple topic like hobbies, food, family, or daily routines. One person asks a question and the other answers. Then change roles. Keep the conversation simple. As your confidence grows, you can discuss more interesting topics. Every conversation teaches you something new. Don't worry if you do not have an English-speaking friend. You can still practice alone. Stand in front of a mirror and imagine you're talking to someone. Smile and ask yourself questions. Then answer naturally. You can even pretend that you're giving an interview. Ask, "Why are you learning English?" Then answer with your own ideas. This exercise may feel unusual at first, but it's very effective. Many successful learners practiced this way before they found speaking partners. Listening carefully is another significant part of conversations. Great speakers are also good. When someone is speaking, pay attention to their words instead of thinking about your answer immediately. Listen carefully, understand the message, and then respond. This habit makes conversations smoother and assists you learn new expressions naturally. Sometimes you won't understand everything during a conversation. That's perfectly normal. Instead of becoming nervous, ask simple questions like, "Can you repeat that please?" or "Could you speak more gradually?" Native speakers and other learners often understand that you're practicing. Most people are delighted to assist. Asking for clarification is a sign that you want to learn, not a sign of weakness. Remember that mistakes are part of every conversation. You may use the wrong word. You may forget a sentence. You may pronounce something incorrectly. That's okay. Keep talking. Communication is more significant than perfection. Every mistake teaches you something valuable. The more mistakes you make, the more opportunities you have to improve. Another useful habit's learning common conversation phrases. Instead of memorizing single words, learn complete expressions like "Nice to meet you." "What do you think?" "That sounds interesting." "I agree with you." "I understand." "Could you assist me?" These phrases make conversations easier because you don't have to build every sentence from the beginning. They become natural tools that you can use in many situations. You should also practice talking about your own life because these topics appear in many conversations. They're car for. Learn how to describe your family, your work, your studies, your hobbies, and your dreams. When you know how to talk about yourself, you will feel much more confident meeting new people. Practice these topics again and again until speaking about them feels simple. Always remember that every conversation is a learning opportunity. After completing a conversation, think about what you did well. Also, think about what you want to improve next time. Maybe you must learn several new words. Maybe you need clearer pronunciation. Maybe you want to answer more quickly. Little improvements after every conversation led to great success over time. Most significantly, enjoy talking in English. Not think of conversations as tests. Think of them as chances to share ideas, make friends, and learn something new. The more relaxed you feel, the more naturally your English will flow. Keep smiling, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. Every conversation, no matter how short, brings you one step closer to fluency. As you continue this journey, remember that speaking English isn't about being perfect, it's about connecting with people, sharing your thoughts, and expressing yourself with confidence. Speak each and every day, listen carefully, learn from every mistake, and never stop practicing. Step by step, conversation by conversation, you will become a confident English speaker. Every word you speak today is building the fluent English you will enjoy. Tomorrow, Chapter 6. Never be afraid of mistakes. We will talk about mistakes. Many English learners aren't afraid of learning new words. They are not afraid of reading books or watching English videos, but they become afraid when it's time to speak. They worry that people will laugh at them. They think their grammar isn't great enough. They feel embarrassed when they pronounce a word incorrectly. Because of this fear, many learners stay silent. They understand English, but they never use it. If this sounds like you, don't worry. Every successful English speaker has made thousands of mistakes. The difference is that they kept speaking even when they made those mistakes. Mistakes aren't your enemy, they are your best teachers. Let me tell you a simple story. There was a young man named Imran. He dreamed of speaking English fluently. Each and every day he studied grammar and memorized vocabulary. However, whenever someone asked him to speak English, he became nervous. He thought, what if I say something wrong? What if everyone laughs at me? Because of this fear, he stayed quiet. One day, his English teacher noticed his silence. After class, the teacher asked him, "Why don't you speak?" Imran replied, "I don't want to make mistakes." The teacher smiled and said, "The only people who never make mistakes are the people who never try." Those simple words stayed in Imran's heart. The next day, Imran decided to change. During class, he answered a simple question in English. He made 2 grammar mistakes and pronounced one word incorrectly. He felt embarrassed for a moment, but something surprising happened. Nobody laughed. Instead, his teacher corrected him kindly and encouraged him to continue each and every day after that. Imran spoke a bit more. Sometimes he made mistakes. Sometimes he forgot words. But each mistake taught him something new. After several months, he realized that he was speaking much more confidently than before. His improvement didn't come from avoiding mistakes. It came from learning through them. You can learn the same lesson. Every mistake is a chance to grow. Imagine that you're learning to ride a bicycle. The first few times you may lose your balance. You may even fall. But every fall teaches you how to ride improved. Speaking English is exactly the same. Every mistake teaches you how to speak more clearly next time. If you stop because you're afraid, you stop your progress. But if you continue, every mistake becomes another step towards success. One of the largest mistakes learners make is trying to speak perfectly. Perfection isn't necessary. Communication is what matters. If someone understands your message, then your English is already working. Maybe your grammar isn't perfect. Maybe your pronunciation needs improvement. That's okay. The significant thing is that you shared your ideas. Fluency grows through communication, not through perfection. Whenever you make a mistake, don't become upset. Instead, ask yourself a simple question. What can I learn from this? Maybe you use the wrong verb. Maybe you forgot an article like other. Maybe you pronounced a challenging word incorrectly. Learn the correct form. Repeat it several times and continue speaking. Don't spend hours feeling disappointed. Spend those hours practicing instead. Another assistful habit's to keep a mistake notebook. Every time someone corrects you, write the correction in your notebook. Then write 3 or 4 new sentences using the correct form. Review these notes every week. Soon you won't notice that you stop making the same mistakes because you have learned from them. This simple habit turns every error into valuable knowledge. It's also significant to remember that everyone learns differently. Some people speak confidently after several months. Others need more time. Don't compare your progress with someone else's. Compare yourself only with the person you were yesterday. If you know more words today, you're improving. If you can speak longer today than last month, you're improving. Every little improvement is worth celebrating. Listening carefully also assists reduce mistakes. The more English you hear, the more natural English becomes in your mind. Listen to simple conversations, short stories, and beginner lessons each and every day. Pay attention to how people use common expressions. Listen to how they pronounce words and connect sentences together. Then repeat those sentences aloud. Gradually correct English patterns become part of your own speaking. Reading simple English books is another excellent way to improve. When you read each and every day, your brain learns correct sentence structures naturally. You begin to notice how questions are asked, how answers are given, and how ideas are connected. Reading strengthens your vocabulary and grammar without making learning feel challenging. Always be patient with yourself. Some days you will speak well, other days you may struggle to remember simple words. This is completely normal. Learning a language isn't a straight line. There are great days and challenging days. What matters is that you continue moving forward. Never let one challenging day convince you to give up. Surround yourself with positive people whenever possible. Practice with friends who encourage you instead of criticizing you. Join English learning groups where everyone is trying to improve. Positive environments make learning enjoyable. They remind you that everyone is learning together and that mistakes are a normal part of the journey. Another powerful habit: smiling when you speak English. A smile relaxes your mind and reduces nervousness. When you feel relaxed, your words come more naturally. Confidence doesn't mean never feeling nervous. Confidence means speaking even when you feel nervous. Every time you do that, your confidence becomes powerfuler. Finally, remember why you began learning English. Maybe you want an improved career. Maybe you want to study abroad or communicate with people from different countries. Keep your dream in front of you each and every day. Let that dream become powerfuler than your fear. Every mistake you make is bringing you one step closer to achieving that dream. As we complete today's chapter, remember this simple truth. Mistakes aren't signs of failure, they are signs that you're learning. Every fluent English speaker has made countless mistakes. The only reason they became fluent is because they refused to stop. So speak with courage. Learn with patience. Smile when you make a mistake. Correct it and keep going. Day by day, sentence by sentence and conversation by conversation, you will become a confident English speaker. Never fear mistakes because they are assisting you build the English you have always wanted. Chapter 7. Keep going until English becomes part of your life. We have learned many significant lessons. We learned that every journey begins with one little step. We learned how to build confidence, how to think in English, how to create powerful daily habits, how to enjoy real conversations, and why mistakes are our best teachers. 2. Our best teachers. Today we will learn the most significant lesson of all. Never stop learning. English isn't something you learn for several weeks or a few months, it's a skill that becomes powerfuler each and every day you use it. The more English becomes part of your daily life, the more natural and enjoyable it becomes. Let me tell you one final story. There was a young woman named Isha. When she first began learning English, she knew only several simple words. She could say, hello, thank you, and how are you? She dreamed of speaking English confidently, but the dream felt very far away. Instead of becoming discouraged, she decided to improve one day at a time. Every morning she listened to an English story while drinking her tea. During the afternoon she practiced speaking in front of a mirror. In the evening she read one page from a simple English book. Before going to bed, she wrote several sentences about her day in English. Some days were simple, some days were challenging. Sometimes she forgot words. Sometimes she felt tired, but she never stopped. After 1 year, something marvelous happened. She met visitors from another country. They spoke English with her for several minutes. To her surprise, she understood almost everything they said. She answered their questions with confidence. She smiled because she realized that all her little daily efforts had become something astonishing. She didn't become fluent because she was naturally talented. She became fluent because she never gave up. Every little practice session had built the confidence she needed. Your journey can be exactly the same. Don't look for quick success. Look for steady progress. If you learn 5 new words today, that's success. If you understand one more sentence than yesterday, that's success. If you speak English for 5 more minutes than last week, that's success. 2 little improvements may seem insignificant today, but after many months they create incredible results. Always remember to make English part of your everyday life. Change your phone language to English if it feels comfortable. Read English signs when you walk outside. Watch simple English videos while relaxing. Listen to English stories while traveling or exercising. Think in English while doing household work. Speak English when you're alone. The more English surrounds you, the more familiar it becomes. Soon, English will no longer feel like a school of subject. It will become a natural part of your daily routine. Another significant habit to stay curious each and every day brings a chance to learn something new. When you hear an unfamiliar word, don't ignore it. Learn its meaning. Use it in your own sentence. Repeat it several times during the day. Curiosity keeps learning exciting. Every new word opens another door to understanding English more deeply. Don't forget to review what you have learned. Many learners keep moving forward without looking back. They learn new words but forget the old ones. Spend a bit time every week reviewing your vocabulary, your speaking practice, and your notebook. Read your old journal entries. Listen to recordings of your voice from several months ago. You won't notice how much you have improved. This will give you confidence and motivation to continue. It's also significant to enjoy the learning process. Don't study only because you feel you have to. Study because every new sentence brings you closer to your dreams. Laugh when you make funny mistakes. Celebrate when you understand a challenging conversation. Feel proud when you complete an English story. Learning becomes easier when you enjoy every step instead of worrying only about the final goal. There will be times when you feel tired or unmotivated. This happens to everyone. During those moments, remind yourself why you began. Think about the opportunities that English can bring into your life. It can assist you make friends from different countries. It can assist you find improved career opportunities. It can assist you travel with confidence. It can assist you continue your education. Most significantly, it gives you the ability to connect with millions of people around the world. Believe in yourself every single day. Never say I can't speak English. Instead, say I am learning English each and every day. Those words have great power. Positive thoughts create positive actions. Every confident speaker was once a beginner who believed in their own ability to improve. You're following the same path. Keep believing in yourself even when progress feels gradual. Remember that learning English isn't a race. You don't need to become fluent before someone else. You only need to become improved than you were yesterday. Compare yourself only with your past self. Every page you read, every conversation you have, every story you listen to, and every sentence you speak is moving you forward. As we come to the end of this journey, I want you to remember one simple message. Success doesn't come from being perfect. Success comes from showing up each and every day. Keep listening. Keep reading. Keep writing. Keep thinking in English. Keep speaking even when you feel nervous. Each and every day of practice is building a powerfuler version of you. One day you will wake up and realize that you're speaking English without fear. You will understand conversations more easily. You will express your ideas with confidence. You will smile because you remember the day you began with just several simple words. That day will come if you continue practicing with patience, determination, and hope. Thank you for joining me on this marvelous journey. I hope these chapters have inspired you to keep moving forward. Remember, every great achievement begins with one little step. Continue learning, continue practicing, and continue believing in yourself. Your English speaking journey is just beginning and your future is full of endless possibilities. Keep shining, keep growing, and keep speaking English every single day. You can do it one step at a time.